Oshkosh was one of the most significant leaders in Wisconsin history. He took his stand against the United States federal government, and he succeeded. His determination and commitment prevented his people, the Menominee Indian tribe, from enduring the grueling Trail of Tears that many other Native American tribes experienced during the 1800s. In fact, his voice was so powerful that the healthy agricultural system he created became one of the most widely used in the world. Oshkosh was the chief of the Menominee Indian tribe of Wisconsin for 36 years. By taking a stand on behalf of his people, he helped his tribe remain on their ancestral land when the U.S. government attempted to remove them.
I don't know if it was a burden for him, but he had the tribe on his shoulders. He said, well, I'm the spokesman, I'm the leader. I have to make decisions. I think his decisions, he wrestled with those. How should I keep my tribe together? How should I keep our people from not being moved, pushed away? I think, constantly thought about it.
Oshkosh was born in 1795 of the Bear Clan along the west bank of the Fox River in eastern Wisconsin. When he was young, he learned to fish and hunt with a bow and arrow. He was the grandson of the old king, but would not be eligible for chief until he would become a warrior. When he was 17, he and a band of warriors helped the British in the War of 1812, but would later side with the Americans. When Oshkosh became a chief in 1827, the U.S. started relocating other tribes from the eastern U.S. into Menominee land. 3 years later, a Menominee hunter named Okima accidentally shot a fellow tribesman and reported to Chief Oshkosh knowing he would die. When he told Oshkosh the story, the chief killed him with a knife right then and there and was put on trial, but never spent any time in jail because the laws did not apply to Wisconsin. While that was happening, the U.S. wanted more land and was growing rapidly. Then, when the U.S. wanted the Menominee land, they invaded and started battling the tribes. Oshkosh knew they couldn't win a battle against the U.S., so he tried to negotiate with them by sending warriors to assist in battles with warring tribes, as well as helping the U.S. capture Black Hawk. But this did not help them in the end. The U.S. wanted more and more land. Oshkosh signed the first treaty in 1831, where the U.S. ceded 2.5 million acres of Menominee land. Then, in 1832, the U.S. ceded 500,000 acres of land. In 1836, 4 million acres were ceded. Then, in 1848, the U.S. took most of the remaining land and left the Menominee with what is now their current reservation.
Well, I think it's significant not only for the Menominee people, but for Wisconsin. Like I said, the Menominees give up, in our 1848 treaty, we gave up a lot. The remaining lands, some 3 million acres. But I think for Wisconsin it was a plus because they got to become a state, and I think that was significant for the state of Wisconsin. And there was a victory for the tribe not having to move out of the state.
The U.S. wanted to take the rest of the land and promised the Menominee a home in what is now Minnesota. Oshkosh later visited the land and found that it was right between two warring tribes. Also, the land did not have the plants they needed for their medicine. So, Oshkosh refused the deal, taking a stand against the powerful United States government. For 6 long years, the U.S. pressured Oshkosh and the Menominee to give up their last bits of land. But in 1856, the U.S. gave in and created a treaty designating a reservation for the Menominee that was under 300,000 acres. With that land, they took extra care with it and made the reservation so healthy that some say you can see it from space.
Probably the best managed forest in the country, in the Midwest. And it was from the philosophy of Chief Oshkosh that we have this forest the way it is. And the 1854 treaty established the reservation. And Oshkosh, seeing what was going on outside the reservation, as I mentioned, immigrants coming in, clear cutting the forest around this land. And Oshkosh said, well, we don't have to do that.
Oshkosh would later say, "Start in the west, make your circle by taking only the stick and mature trees, yet keep in mind by taking care of the other creatures and leaving it as you first came. As so, when you make your circle to the point of the start, you then will again have another stand ready for you on your next circle. For it is truly this circle, if we take care of her, Mother Earth, for it is true that she will always be there to take care of you." He would later die on August 29th, 1858, near Kashina. There is now where his supposed death burial stands a statue in his honor.